economy and many Americans struggling, seeing tax dollars spent unwisely can be unnerving. Here's a look at some of the most wasteful government spending in 2012.
That's just a sign of poor leadership.
Republican Senator Dr. Tom Coburn of Oklahoma says his annual Wastebook proves Washington politicians haven't learned to cut back, though American families have become all too familiar with doing just that. As the national debt skyrockets, taxpayer dollars are being spent on projects like a $325,000 grant to build Robo-Squirrel, a robotic rodent designed to test the interaction between a live rattlesnake and a robot squirrel. And although NASA has no plans or budget for manned spaceflight to Mars, the agency spent nearly $1 million developing the Mars menu, an effort to come up with a variety of foods that humans could eat if they were on Mars. Then there's the nearly $700,000 grant for development of a musical about global warming. When it opened in Kansas City, a reviewer said he learned nothing new about the topic, that the song sounded like, quote, Wikipedia entries set to music, and that the performance included flying monkey poop.
We're proud that it's in Kansas City. We really are.
Coburn says there is no way to justify the expenditures.
The money that you're spending, you're borrowing against your children's future. It's all outrageous. And the fact is it's not hard to solve it. We have recalcitrant career politicians who refuse to do their job.
Along with the questionable spending, this year's report also outlines numerous instances of fraud and abuse. In Florida, an exotic dancer who took in more than $85,000 in tips also collected nearly $1,000 a month in food stamps, all while spending $9,000 on cosmetic enhancements. And the cost to produce a penny in 2012 is more than 2 times its actual value, so taxpayers are left to cover a $70 million loss.
The reason we put the Wastebook out is so people, average everyday Americans who are having to make tough decisions, can see that the federal government isn't making any tough decisions.
Coburn, who is often referred to as Dr. No because of his refusal to vote for new government spending that doesn't have a revenue source or offset, points the finger at both parties and says that Congress is to blame for every item in this year's Wastebook.
This is failed presidential leadership at its worst.